Yeah, it's YouTube Tuesday. This is Jean with C&J Farm. We're a medicinal herb and organic egg farm right here in beautiful Matthews County, Virginia. It is about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, and I have just got to decant some of the tinctures we made at one of our last herbal courses. This one was on June 27th, so you let things sit for about 6 weeks. So I was really due to decant this around August 8th or so, but so I'm a few weeks late, but that's okay. As long as you're in the ballpark, that's all that matters. So nothing's wrong if you don't do it exactly 6 weeks. So, but anyway, I thought I would do these. One is a Passionflower tincture, and that is a sedative for stress, ADD, ADHD, pain, anger. It's good for focus and clears your brain for sleep. I really like this. This Passionflower really works well for me, and like I said, it's been sitting in vodka, 100 proof vodka for about 6 weeks. And I've been going by and shaking it, and well, really about 8 or 9 weeks. But so I'm going to take it out. I'm going to strain it in this plastic strainer and use the back of the spoon to squeeze out all the good stuff. So you do that. Then you take the green part. You can just put it in the compost. Throw it away. Okay, so then I'm going to take this. Now this is Passionflower tincture, and I love to take this at night, and I'm all out. I love taking maybe a third of a dropper full of this at night on some nights when you just feel like your mind's too busy. One thing I like to do to make sure I can sleep is I write down everything for the next day, organize the next day. That way I can hit the ground running, getting loaded up to go do deliveries or just to work on the farm. So, and anyway, I try to clear my mind, but still sometimes it's hard to sleep. And you might have a little bit of a tired shoulder or something going on. Passionflower will take care of that. So I love taking that. It just kind of relaxes me enough that I get a great night's sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that in one of these little dropper bottles. And any that doesn't fit, I'm going to put in a large brown bottle. And I might share that with a friend. So see, all that did not fit. So I'm going to take it and put it in one of these bigger bottles. And then if somebody comes that needs some, comes to the farm or that needs some of this, then I can put it in a dropper bottle for them. When you store your stuff in dropper bottles, you need to be sure that when you get done taking it, that you expel all the tincture from the actual dropper. You shouldn't leave your tincture like sitting in the dropper. It needs to be in with the rest of the stuff. So just be sure you do that. Working with these tiny openings is kind of hard. Okay. I made a little bit of a mess. Okay, so I've got some left. Like I said, that I can share. And I'm just going to close that one up. Oh wait, this one goes to that one. This one goes to this one. A little bit different size necks on these bottles. We sell all these bottles, the droppers and the bigger bottles, and in the Yellow Barn Healthy Life store too. We've actually got some blue ones too, and some blue like salve jars and things like that. I have a Seco 200 label maker that I've had forever, and it makes these great labels that you can actually, write your ingredients on there. And I use this thing constantly. I just love it. So I'm going to label. Always be sure and label your stuff. You may think, oh yeah, I'll remember what that is. Or you may stick a Post-it on there and then it doesn't stick very well and it falls off and then you don't know what you had. And be sure you have your date on there. A tincture should only last, maybe 5 years, something like that. And, always go by smelling it and making sure it's good. But the rule's like 3 to 5 years with vodka. Now, if you were using glycerin, vegetable glycerin or something like that, then it wouldn't last near that long. But I don't like the way glycerin tastes. But this is pretty much tasteless. It just it does help you sleep. So I got that one done, and I got what I'm going to start taking right here. This would be my little dropper bottle, And I've got another label for it. So this is Passionflower, an amazing tincture you can take to help you sleep and reduce your stress, clear your mind, and focus. I never can put labels on great straight, very straight, but there it is. So there's my little personal bottle, and then I'm going to store this one away. And then I'm going to take and just kind of wipe things down a little bit. And I've got one more tincture we're going to do. We're going to do a rose tincture, which rose, you ought to smell this. It's amazing. It is amazing. And rose is one that if I'm having a rough day on the farm, and I just want to kind of, not only do I stop and take a deep breath, can sometimes come get a little bit of a rose tincture and take just a little bit of a dropper, like a third of a dropper of it. And oh my gosh, it just mellows me right out. I think a lot of it's the rose tincture, and some of it's just stopping and taking a deep breath. None of us breathe as deep as we should. So, but anyway, I want to show you how we do this one. Okay, pretty much the same thing. This has been sitting in 100 proof vodka for over 6 weeks, because I'm a few weeks late. So yes. And be sure and use, I know I'm using a metal spoon, but try to use a plastic strainer, a very fine strainer. That way we get all the stuff out of there. Okay. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead. I already have some rose tincture in another bottle. So in a dropper bottle that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I can put it in a dropper bottle for somebody else, because it won't be contaminated. It'll be fresh. So I'm pouring that right into one of the bigger bottles. It's very rewarding to make your own salves and oils and tinctures, and very, very rewarding. Okay, so now I've got a bottle of rose tincture. Put the top on that, and then I've got a label for it. Now, rose tincture, I did that on June 27th, and it's anti-depression, it's a sedative, it lowers your cholesterol, and it lifts your mood. So, like I said, always label everything. Okay, so I've had this on my list the last few weeks to decant my tinctures, and got her done. Anyway, y'all stay well. See you next week.